Hello, brothers and sisters of the briar, lovers of the leaf. This is Murdoch Hendricks, and I had planned on doing a couple of short videos about the Mastercraft cigar pipe Sparkless that I picked up off of eBay several weeks ago. Tonight I'm just going to show you the basic pieces of it. Later I'll put up a couple of videos about basically how I pack the tobacco chamber, how I light it, and how I smoke it. Of course, I'm not an expert on this. It's trial and error as I go. I've had some very nice smokes with it. Now, a little bit about the testing, smoking, and lighting. I chose to use, and so far only have used, Carter Hall tobacco in it. I know its characteristics, so I feel comfortable going in that if there was something wrong, too many lights or too many relights, ashes falling out, the thing exploding like a joke cigar, then I would kind of know that it wasn't the tobacco, that it was either the user or the cigar pipe. So we'll get on with it. You can see that it's about 5 1/8 inch long. It's very lightweight. It's easy to clench. The grain on it is very nice. I want to go over some of the markings that you'll find on a pipe similar to this. I don't know if you can make it out, but that is the M for Mastercraft. And here we have stamped into the smoke chamber, lack of a better term, cigar pipe Sparkless. And I'll rotate it around, and I'll have to flip it, sorry about that. But on this side it's stamped Century Old Briar, Italy. From a little bit of research, I found out that Mastercraft at the time pretty much had a monopoly on all the briar that was imported into the United States from Italy. Now, just basic pieces. For lack of better terms, this is what I call the ash cap or wind cap. It's made of possibly aluminum or steel. This is the tobacco chamber. This is the smoke chamber. And of course it has a it does have a stinger, and this is the bit. So I'll take it apart, and there you can see that this is grooved for airflow. You'll also see that the hole to use for tamping is quite small. This is a standard Aristocob tamper, which in no way fits what I did. Thank you, Aristocob, for sending these out. I cut this down so that I could tamp it out. And you'll notice that this piece is a female metal thread. The opening of the tobacco chamber has a male threaded area. It's inserted just tiny bit into the tobacco chamber itself. It breaks down further. You can see nice and clean. Now, if you'll notice, this piece of briar is threaded internally, where the male thread is on this small cap with the 3 holes. When I got this, I looked inside of this with a flashlight just to make sure it doesn't look like anybody had tampered with it or used a reamer on it, but of course there's no way to tell in its history. This is what I call the smoke chamber. And let's see here. You can see that the smoke chamber tapers down, and this is the Tinian, I believe. course, this is the little stinger. I've just left it in. I smoked it with and without it and haven't noticed a problem. And of course, the bitter stem. I do use a softy bit on it. This is a really lightweight pipe, and it's very easy to clench for me. Now, I've read some articles in forums where they talk about during their smoke they've removed the ash cap, whatever you want to call it. You know, I don't do that. It's easy enough to upend it and tap it out. Whatever loose tobacco falls out in the ashes, or they're easily in your ashtray. I don't know what effect screwing and unscrewing it during relights would have eventually on it. So it's got a very fine thread and it's very easy to cross thread. So if you pick one up, be careful with that. But as you can see, the briar has a beautiful finish on it. Like I said, it's lightweight. What I'll do is I will weigh this. I've got a postal scale digital that will give me a good idea of what the weight is, but it's very lightweight. Like I said, very easy clencher. And yes, I'm smoking a pipe while I'm talking about a pipe. I'm enjoying some of that honey and chocolate from the Yabo yesterday, from pipesandcigars.com, the special they had on Sutliff. Well, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the box below. I'll try to get to you as soon as I can. Look forward to a couple of more videos. Like I said, I'll post those probably within the next week. Well, thanks for coming to my table. I'm glad I was able to hopefully enlighten a few. I'd like to wish everybody in the Briarhood peace and happy smoking.